Hello everyone, I once again welcome you all for today's Creator Tech Connect session. If you are joining us for the first time, let me give a quick intro about what the Creator Tech Connect is about. For the past 3 years, we have been running this series called Creator Tech Connect, where we'll pick a specific feature of a creator product and dive deep into it, thereby giving you a sneak peek of what are all the new product updates and feature enhancements, how the users can make the most out of it. Before going on to the session, let me introduce myself. My name is Amit Revan and I'll be the trainer for today's session. Today marks our last session of the year for the Creator Tech Connect session. So we thought of making it extra special for you. I'll be giving you a quick refresher of all the updates we have covered so far in this year. Also, we'll be giving on with the new product updates and feature enhancements, part 2, which is continued from last month, part 1. For new joinees, if you are wondering where you can find the part 1, don't worry, we have got it covered for you. I will be sharing the QR code link. Also, my co-trainer will post it in the chat session. So you can revisit the session for all the series, all the trainings we have done so far for the Tech Connect. So this is the QR code. Kindly note it down where you can revisit all the sessions we have covered so far in the Creator Tech Connect. My co-trainer will be posting this in the chat as well. Okay, let's go into today's agenda. In today's agenda, we'll be talking about what are all the new product releases and feature enhancements. Also, I'll be showing you a live demonstration of few enhancements and product updates as well. In the end, I'll be sharing the best use practices and key pointers so that you can note it down for future use. Let's go and see what are the new product releases and feature enhancements for the part 2. First online, we have connectors and connection. Before connectors and connection, when a user wants to establish a data transfer between third-party services and Zoho Creator, he has to write authorization logic, create requests manually. This involves a lot of time and resources, right? That's why we introduced the connectors and connection model in the microservices of the Zoho Creator, which makes integration faster and more secure. In today's digitalized world, most organizations are adapting towards the SaaS systems, which enables the growth of pre-built connectors evolve at a very rapid rate. We added the new product updates to the connectors and connection by bringing on 15 new built-in connectors in addition to our existing library of built-in connectors. So what have we brought in? Some of the services connectors include from Zoho services such as Zoho Vault, Zoho OneDrive, Zoho Tables, Zoho Notebook, Zoho Click. Also, we have introduced a third-party service such as Dropbox, WhatsApp, SAP, Asana, and Trainer Central. Let me give you a quick use case of how the WhatsApp built-in connector has helped the company increases engagement so that you can get a better understanding of it. Let's say Zilker is a company which runs a wellness program. It wants to increase its user engagement. So it's creating an application in Zoho Creator and integrating with the new WhatsApp built-in connectors. Think of how often people check their email. There is high chance people might miss it, right? But what about WhatsApp? That's where people lives, right? Whenever the new user signs to the Zilker wellness program, he or she will be immediately notified to the WhatsApp, welcome on board. Here are all the steps you need to follow. It feels personal, right? Even though it's a form of digitalized welcome, it feels some connect to the user. It doesn't stop with it. Whenever they have any task pending or any reminders, all will be notified to them in WhatsApp so that they don't miss any sessions, any deadlines, nothing will be missed. This increases the user engagement for the Zilker Wellness program. Not only the engagement, it will also improve the more number of users adapting to it. That's how the Zilker company uses the WhatsApp built-in connector to increase its engagement. We already covered this topic in detail with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. If you want to refer more information about it, kindly scan the QR code and you will find all the information required. Also, we have shared a tiny URLs which will be posted by my co-trainer in the chat session so you can refer to it. You can simply go on with the zoho.to/ and you'll have a whole library of whatever trainings we have covered. So you can simply go to lesson number 18 where April 2025 product updates we have covered about this built-in connectors with a demo. Before going on to the custom connector, let me give a quick overview of what is API. Let's say you walk into a restaurant. You don't order a food directly, right? You don't go to the kitchen and place the order, right? You wait for the waiter, he will come and take your order and sends it to the chef in the kitchen. The chef will prepare the dish for you. Once prepared, the waiter will bring it to you and you will have a good meal. That's how the restaurant system works, right? Now consider the waiter as your API. You are the user of the creator application. You want some data from the third party services. So you are sending a request to the API. Now the API will send you a request to the third party server. The third party server will process your request and sends it back to the API, who in turn will send it back to you. Therefore, the API acts as the messenger between user and the third party server. But to invoke the API, user has to write thousands of lines of code and they have to pass the tokens, parameters, headers, authentication logic, and even any of this fails, the whole system fails. That's why we are bringing in the new feature. That's where the custom connectors comes in. Also, custom connectors provides additional layer of security beyond the convenience of built-in connectors. Also, it meets the modern authentication standards. Now let us look at what are the feature enhancements we have brought to the custom connectors. We have introduced two new types of authentication, Barrett token authentication and AWS authentication. Barrett token authentication. Before going on to it, let me consider today's API, most of it, whether being project management tools or AI engine tools, all use token based access. But one drawback is that you have to pass the token every time you are making an API call. So this involves more resources and you have to increase the bandwidth as well. So that's why we are bringing the bearer token. This is also an authentication type used to connect to the third party APIs using the token. So you will ask, what's the difference between this token method and the remaining token method? The advantage of using the bearer token is that you have to pass the token only once and all the API calls are automatically made within them. So there is no risk of misconfigured integrations. Another feature enhancement you have brought to the custom connector is the AWS authentication. This allows to connecting to the Amazon Web Services using the signature version 4 authentication. So what exactly is signature version 4 authentication? It is a bit complex in nature because it requires IT team to maintain the script for libraries. Whereas when we use the AWS authentication custom connectors, you don't need to worry about any external libraries, scripting, nothing. You just have to provide a access key, secret key, region, and service name. Everything will be taken care of your custom connectors. This is a simple screenshot of how the authentication works in the custom connectors. We all know basic authentication, right? It's you have to provide simple username and password. Now we added two new authentication, which is bearer token authentication and AWS signature authentication. Let me show you a preview of how we're going to configure create a custom connector and configure it using the AWS, bearer token authentication. I'm going to create a connector name and name it as Spotify 1. In the authentication, I'm choosing bearer token authentication. Now I'm giving the parameter name, marking as ready, adding the connection, authorizing it. Like I said before, using bearer token authentication, you have to provide the token only once. That's the advantage of it. You don't need to do it over and over again. So here is the first time you have to do it, and this can be fetched from the Spotify account once you sign up. I'm giving the token, authorizing it. Now I'm going to enable for the application which I have created. Spotify application. Enable it. Now let's open and check whether the connection which I have established is working successfully or not. Let's test it out. I'm opening the application. In the workflow, I already created a function to get a track record of a Spotify song. Let's see whether it is working. So I'm going to invoke the API call. In the connection name, I'm going to give the name of the custom connector which I have created using the bearer token authentication. This URL can be fetched from the API documentation of the Spotify app and is unique for every third-party services. Let's execute it. See, it's executed successfully. Now I'm getting what are the album of the song name, everything. So the connection which you have configured using the bearer token authentication is working successfully. Now let's check how to create a custom connector using AWS authentication. I'm going to create a new custom connector. The authentication, I'm choosing it as AWS signature authentication. Like I said, you just have to provide the access key, secret key, region and service name. We'll provide the region and service name here. Then we'll get the other two from the Amazon Web Services, which is the access key and the secret key. It's unique for each user. Saving, I'm going to create the connection now. Add the connection, authorize it. Just a minute. So see, here you have to give the AWS access key and secret key, which can be fetched after signing up to Amazon Web Services. Authorize. Now I'm going to activate for the application which I've created, AWS signature demo. Now let's go inside application and test whether the connection which I created is working successfully or not. I've already created a predefined function to add a new bucket and delete the bucket. Let's test and see whether it's working. First I'll check get bucket. So in the connection name, I'm going to give the name of the custom connector, which I have created using the AWS authentication. And the URL, this can be fetched from the API documentation of the Amazon Web Services. Executed successfully. It says AWS test first bucket. Now let's go into the Amazon Web Service application and check. Right? Yeah, I'm going to refresh it. See, it shows AWS test first bucket. So it's working successfully. Now let's test for adding a new bucket. I'm going to type in get. See, the new bucket has been created, which is AWS 3 create bucket. Now I'm going to delete a bucket and see. Same, the connection name is the custom connector name which you have created using AWS, and in the type you are putting as delete. Now it should be 3 buckets, right? Let's see. Yeah, see, it's got deleted. That means the connection which you have created is working successfully. It's very simple, right? You didn't write 1,000 lines of code, you didn't create external libraries. All you provided was access key, secret key, region and service name, and it's taking care of itself. We already covered this topic in detail with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. If you want to explore more about it, we can scan the QR code and find all the required information. Also, don't worry if you missed it. My co-trainer will be sharing the small URL which you can follow in the chatbot. Next, we are going to the reports. Reports are one of the most widely used components of Creator, which is used to visualize data. Now let us look at what are all the feature enhancements we add to the reports to make it look more readable, usable, and well aligned with the real world workflows. Zoho Creator allows users to export the data from a report in their desired formats such as PDF, JSON, comma separated values, tab separated values, HTML, XML, right? With this new enhanced feature, users can able to export the data even in the Microsoft Excel format. Not only that, with the addition of support for Microsoft Excel format, we are giving the end users complete control over how they want the Excel format to be exported. We are adding them customization option. Now they can choose whether they want to export the subform data, and if they want to export the subform data, they can even do it in 3 formats, whether as a single column with a delimiter, or as a separate column in the same sheet, or as an individual column in a new sheet. Not only the subform data can be customized, we are giving the options for customizing even the composite field, such as name field and email field now can be exported using the Microsoft Excel format as separate column or as a single column. Now let me show you a screenshot of how this can be done. So in this, you can choose the report name, right? And in the export format, I'm giving the new Microsoft Excel support format. And if you want, the user can select all columns, or there is a filter to choose whether they want to customize using the subform. Let me show. So if they click on this filter, which is subform field, they can have the option to now even export as single column or separate column or as a new sheet. Same goes, now it allows users to export the composite field such as the name and address field in either single column or separate column. So this is what we are adding into the export customization. Let's look at the key pointers to note. When the user is exporting the data from the report in the Excel format, they can automatically even customize exporting it in the subform field as well. Also, the composite field export is applies to all report types, whether exported in C, comma separated values, JSON, tab separated values, Microsoft Excel, XML. All is supported for composite field export. We already covered this topic in a detail with a live demonstration in our previous session. If an existing user or a new user wants to rewatch it or watch it for the first time, you can scan the QR code and you'll find all the required information. Also, my co-trainer will be sharing the tiny URL so that in the chatbot so that you can have a look at it. Let's say I have a Zilker recruitment management application. I have created a multi-line field for allowing my user to input their cover letter. Also, I have added rich text fields to input their scenario-based question for my organization. Now the employer, I want to filter the candidates for interview. So I'm gonna check the star-based scenario questions. Normally, the rich text fields will give me a lengthy description. So the users will feel like a endless scrolling, like you are scrolling some novel or something, right? It creates clutter feel as well. So to avoid this clutter feel, we have enhanced the report feature, thereby introducing the new fold content property, which allows user to give a preview of content, thereby enabling them to toggle on between read more or read less, so that this improves scannability without losing the depth. Let me show you how to do this. So it appears as a foldable content. So if the user wants to expand it, they can use by show more, or they can just fold it by using show less, so that old chunks of information doesn't apply, causing a clutter feel. So it's organized, clean and neat. I'll be giving you a few key pointers to note it down so you can refer it for future. The foldable option, the fold content option is supported in quick view and detail view for list and spreadsheet reports. Whereas for other reports, you can use this option only in the detail view. Since the record templates, custom and card layouts carry a visual structured style, there is no necessary for fold content option there. We already covered this how to expand the multi-line fields and rich fields using the foldable option in detail with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. You can kindly scan the QR code and you will find all the required information. Also, you can go to the zoho.to and search for the lesson number 18, April 2025, where we will be showing all the live demo of this specific topic. Don't worry if you have missed it out. My co-trainer will be sharing this tiny URL of the specific topic as well in the chatbot so that you can note it down. Next is the iCal field support for published reports. This feature is ideal for event-driven or booking app system. Let's say, for example, I have a Zilker outpatient booking appointment system. In the application, I have all the doctor availability, who are my patients, and my upcoming appointments, and the past appointment history as well. All will be stored in the calendar there. What if I want to sync the application calendar to my external calendar so that I don't need to open the Zoho Creator application to check for my appointments, right? This can be done using the iCal feed support for published reports. Using this, you can sync to external calendar so that the user doesn't need to open the Zoho Creator application and check for appointments every time, so that they don't miss on any appointments or deadlines. To do so, you have to publish a report first. Let me show you a quick demonstration of how to enable iCal feed support by syncing to external calendar. Let's say I have an application called Zilker Outpatient Booking. In the application, I'll be having all my events, all the patients, and my doctor availability. And also, I'll be having the appointment history, where I'll be having the past appointment and upcoming appointment. Let's say I'm creating a new appointment. and the appointment date is December 18th, right? I have created it, so it's showing in my application calendar. But I want to sync it to my external calendar so that I don't need to open it every time again and again. So how I'm going to do it? First, I need to publish the report, right? So I'm going in operations and application. I'm going to publish. I'm going to publish it. Select the application which you want to publish, which is Zilker outpatient booking, and the component is the report which I choose is all appointment histories, right? I'm going to publish. This will generate me the published report link. But before that, you have to customize and sync it to external calendar so that this link becomes in the header. I'm going to choose sync to external calendar, right? Click on save, save, done. It's established. Now let me open the published report link. See, it's showing me all the appointments, upcoming appointments as well, and my past appointment as well. Now let us sync to external calendar. Go to more options and sync to external. See, to enable this option, you have to first publish the reports. Without this, if you open the application live mode and go to more options and show us, it won't show this option. So please keep in mind to first publish the report, then use this feature. Now in the start date, I'm giving the history date, end date, and title notes. Now you'll be getting a iCal feed link. This is a universal language for calendar to communicate between the external and the one with the application. So I'm copying it now. I'm going to my calendar, new calendar subscription. I'm pasting the iCal feed URL, right? Which we got after publishing the report and choosing sync to external calendar. I'm subscribing it. See, now I'll be getting all the appointment. My previous appointment was monthly health checkup, and now I have my appointment on December 19 for art checkup, right? That's how. So no need to open the application again and again. Also, I won't miss on my appointments because it's in my system calendar. So that's how iCal feed for calendar support works. Let me give a few key pointers so that you can note it down for future use. All the 8 report types are supported in sync to external calendar, except the pivot chart and pivot table reports. Users can export up to 50,000 records per request. External applications like Google Calendar, Zoho Calendar, Microsoft Outlook Calendar, using all this we can sync the data. Everything works with the Zoho Creator application. Let's say, for example, Zilker is a service-based company which is scaling fast. Today's businesses deals with data, right? And the Zilker company's main objective is to collect the customer data, update their logs every month, and feed onto a different Excel files. They have their records in different Excel files and different systems. Most of it are scattered. Now they are thinking of moving into a Zoho Creator application to have their systems run on one clean system. But they have two challenges, right? Because once they are updating the entire file from different forms of data to the Creator application, they want it to be organized because it's scattered everywhere. So the main purpose is they want to organize it. Also, their main company objective is to update the records every month. So when they're updating the new record, they don't want to create a duplicate values. Whether they want only to change the records which values has been changed. For example, customer's name John has changed. Only the John has to be changed, not every customers. So you don't want any duplicate values, right? So how this can be done? That's where our new enhanced feature for reports, which is data import enhancements, comes in handy for them. When a user uses this option and the Zilker service company is uploading the file for the first system, Zoho Creator by default gives two modes, import modes. In this, add records, update records. Add records works as well because they are updating the sheet for the first time. As soon as they use the add records option, all the data which was scattered and messy in the different Excel files all became in the one system, thereby making it clean and organized. After a month, they are updating some of the customer records. This is where the problem comes. Now they are updating using the update record option. Now, instead of creating duplicates and checking for all values, Zoho Creator will check field based on the ID and event ID and only they update the records which has got the changed values. For example, let's say John has got some change in these entries, only John will be updated, not all the values in the creator application. This avoids creating duplicate values and no need to look up manually, right? Let me show you some key pointers where you can refer it for future use. When you update a new record into existing record, the new record will override the existing records. And you have to be careful about it because once it's done, it cannot be undone. Also, when a Zoho Creator is updating records in a system field such as field ID and auto number, even though it doesn't have a matching value with that specific record, no need to worry about the user doesn't need to worry about it. The Zoho Creator will automatically generate the missing value. It sounds best, right? Also, whatever values we are updating in the creator application will be override with the new one we are importing. Let's say, for example, I'm importing a file which has some blank value for the phone number. And in the existing creator application, I have a phone number field for it. Phone number with the value for it. But once I upload a file, the blank value will override the value which is present in the phone number. So always make sure this cannot be undone. So cross-check twice before uploading any record. Pages. Pages serve as the visual layer of the creator application, thereby making it visually appealing using the dashboards. Let us see what are all the new product updates and feature enhancements for the pages. App theme color. When we build applications in Zoho Creator, functionality is only of the experience. The other off is how the application feels to the user. That's where the purpose of app theme colors in pages comes in. Let's consider an example. Manchester United is a great example of how the color builds connection. Even though they are a Premier League team from England, their popularity extends far beyond the UK and reaches deeply into many Asian countries. How is that possible? Because their iconic red color plays a big role in this. In many Asian cultures, red symbolizes luck, celebration, and positivity. So the moment people see the Manchester United red, it feels familiar and meaningful to them, so that it helps the club build a strong emotional bond and a massive fan base across Asia. In the same way, Zoho creators enhanced app theme colors let users design applications that reflect their company's brand identity. Let's say Zilker is a company which is promoting its organic solutions product into a creator application. By by natural, their logo is green color, right? Now they are incorporating into a creator application. So they are choosing the adopting the app theme color. So they are bringing green color, right? Which is their Zoho's organic solutions logo. Whenever the application reaches their end users, as soon as the client see the green color, they always resonate with the Go Green theme of the Zilker organic solutions, thereby enabling more brand loyalty and more adoption, which creates a uniform branding consistency, right? Because their logo is matching with the app theme color which they have created in the Zoho Creator application. So it creates a uniform branding consistency and builds trustworthy connections. And the users will feel connected to the brand. That's what we want, right? End users whom we develop the product for should feel connected and achieve the loyalty that can be adapted using the app theme colors in pages. You can either choose theme color or you can choose from the preset colors. This is a screenshot of how the sample dashboard looks. See, it maintains uniform branding consistency, right? Charts have seen a major upgrade as well. It offers smooth rendering, uniform activity, and wide range of configuration options. Earlier, the user can only group based on a date only on a daily level. Now we have enhanced the feature by enabling the user to group the date based on yearly, monthly, as well as quarterly. Set interval. So this is comes in handy for the large operations of data. Let's say, for example, I don't want the organization doesn't want to display all the records in the charts. So they can choose the intervals between 20, 50, and 100. So that only the necessary information within the interval gets displayed, not all the old chunks of information. Enable data label. Before that, I'll show you like how you can group the date value. Earlier, it was done only on a daily level. Now the user can choose between month and year, quarterly and year, and year. Now I'll come back to the data label, right? So once the user enables the data label, y-axis records also will be shown permanently. Also, when they click on underlying data, the associated reports also will be shown so that the user doesn't need to go back to the form and go to the report. Instead, they can be all in the dashboard charts, right? We already covered this topic in detail of how to enhance the page charts with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. My co-trainer will be sharing the tiny URL so that you can in the chatbot so that you can refer it. First, let me explain what's the purpose of widgets in Zoho Creator. Then I'll tell what are the enhanced features we added by using the configuration support. Think about how iOS widgets work on your iPhone. You simply add a widget to your home screen because you want a quick access to something that matters to you, whether your activity steps, your calendar, or the weather. It shows exact information you need in what style you want without even needing to open the full application, right? Zoho Creator widgets works the same way inside your application. When a user is building an application and you want a part of your page to behave in your own custom style, not just a form, field, or report, thereby the widget comes in handy because it gives the flexibility to enhance the capabilities of a Zoho Creator application. Which means, like how your iOS widgets you have your own custom space, Zoho Creator enable gives its users own custom space where they can enhance whatever features they want, add a custom widget, or bring everything, whatever changes they want to do, they can do. Also, earlier, if a user wanted to do create operations such as add a record in a form, edit or update the records in the report, they have to go to the form manually or go back to the reports. It took a whole lot of time, right? Now we have added a new configuration support which allows user to pass the values dynamically so that no need to switch back between go to the form or report. All can be done in the one place. That's what's the purpose of dashboards, right? It's just to turn a static workflow into an interactive dashboard, right? And using widgets, we can make use of it by the configuration support for widget extensions. So how the user is going to give the configure parameters, right? Because we have said you can pass the values dynamically, but how I'm going to do it? Because I'm going to pack the widget, I'm going to create once I pack the widget, it will be available to me in the dashboard section. Before that, before packing, we have to edit the manifest.json file by passing these configurations, right? So this is a screenshot of how the widget configuration looks once you have configured the manifest.json file. I'll show you this in detail with a live demonstration later. When you are editing the manifest.json file, thereby giving the configuration, there are some key pointers to be noted, right? Let me break it one by one. The possible key, there are 6 possible key values and each of it's having its own data type and character limits. Name. Name key value is just the label of the parameter. Its return type can be a string and you can give a character limits up to 50. Be careful while creating a name because there is no option to edit or delete the parameters once it has been created, right? Type. This will tell creator what kind of value the parameter can expect. It can be a string, a number, or boolean. And just like the name, this can't be edited or deleted later as well. Default value, as the name says, this will be given if nothing is entered in the widget.json file. Its return type is string and can hold up to 40 characters. Unlike the name and type, default value can be edited and deleted whenever required by the user. The next comes in the placeholder. Consider this as a just int text inside the input box. It's completely customizable by the user. They can write anything there and change it anytime if they want it. Next comes the help key value. This gives a small description to guide the user. Consider this as a tooltip in your form so that your user doesn't get lost like what we want to give everything. So they can give a tooltip so they can edit it later. Next comes the key value which is mandatory. As the name suggests, it can be either true or false and its return type is boolean. Now let me show a live demonstration how to configure this widget extensions in the manifest.json file so that we can use it later in our application to pass the parameters dynamically, right? We go into the Zilker recruitment management system. So in that time, before that, I'll show you the manifesto.json file. Yeah. So this is the manifesto.json file. In this, I have passed the configuration. The key value is name, type, and the default value. So I've added 6 configuration, which is my welcome text, and the return type is string, and the default value is welcome. And you have to choose the application, right, for which you're going to pass the values dynamically. I've chosen the application and what form I want to pass, because the main purpose is I don't want the user to go back to the form to perform the CRUD operations like add a record or go back to the report again to edit or delete, get the record. So I want to do everything in a single. So I have added 6 configuration: form name, report name, field name, and the boolean value and the float value. So once I have created this configuration plugin.manifest.json, I'm going to call it in the HTML file using the function Zoho Creator.init. I have created this using the syntax, right? Once you have done this, remind yourself to validate and pack it in the command line interface and run the terminal before creating the widget in the dashboard, right? Make sure to check it. So once I've created, I'm going to my dashboard for my Zilker recruitment management system where I manage employee details, etc. Right? In that, I'm going to widget configuration. I'm going to add the new widget which I've configured in the as I shown now. In widgets, custom TC1. See, as soon as we pass the configuration in the manifest.json, everything gets reflected here. So in the welcome test, I'm choosing the system generator. And for the application name, I have chosen Zilker Recruitment Management System. And I want the form name, right? I've chosen employee details where I can add the new employee records without needing to go back to the form. Also, if I want to update anything in my report, I've chosen the all person names so that I can manage my employee management easily with the dashboard itself. I can check the leaderboard. If I want any record, I can add it here itself. No need to switch back to the forms or reports. That's what this new enhanced feature for widgets provides us. Right? Let us check whether it's working. Access. See, now I have to enter the name, right? I want to add a new record. I'm adding it from my widget itself. Let's see whether it's reflecting in my reports, right? Now I'm going to my all person name report. See, the records which I added has been added to the report. We didn't go to the form, type in everything. We just passed the parameters in widget.json, sorry, manifest.json, and everything gets reflected using my dashboard here, right? It's simple, right? It's less time consuming. You have to note the key pointers, right? Each name value must be unique, which means no two parameters can share the same name, right? And the application, form, and report types can appear only once because they are single instance types. Also, field type parameters cannot exist on their own. They must be tied to the corresponding form or report because you have to have a form to access the field from it, right? So it makes sense. You can't have a field on its alone. Also, we support in Zoho Creator for a user to have maximum 50 number of widgets, right? And for each widget, they can give the configuration up to 20. Currently, I've given 6, but if you want, you can for each widget, you can give configurations up to 20, right? So we have in dashboards many elements, right? Panels, charts, widgets. So what's the purpose of adding the new product update called boards? Let's see. Consider a Zilker support team who are managing tickets, right? Whenever the ticket status change, they have to open the report, update the each status, change the status, and save it over and over again. So they have to repeat for all the users. So this creates grouping problem, right? Also, let's say there are 3 managers for this supporting team and each manager has certain number of employees under them. If a manager wants to rank the leaderboard, like which employee is doing best in the ticketing system, like who was handling the tickets well, everything, they have to sort the leaderboard, right, for appraisal meetings, etc. They have to go to each individual form and look at the each employee name report, what they have done, everything. It involves a whole lot of time, right? Because the managers have other work to do, how to evolve the product, like how to manage the team and how to improve it, rather than looking at this data. Also, the main purpose of the dashboard itself is to help the leaderboards to display the key performance metrics. That's where the new product updates board comes to the rescue. Boards are used to dynamic way of visualizing the data. It helps the organization display key performance metrics so that it helps users track and compare data at a glance. Also, it allows to convert the records into cards, just like the Kanban reports, so that the users can organize them in columns like status, priority, or owner. You just have to simply drag and drop between the stages. Easier, right? So in the ticketing system, no need to change the record every time. Just drag and drop as status completed, pending, or not. So that's how the easy it becomes. Just like that, the workflow for tickets, tasks becomes visual, fast, and effortless, thereby transforming the pages from a static dashboard to an active workspace with the new product updates called boards. There are three main components in the boards: display, action, and style. Display will show how data should appear on the board, whereas action will show you like whether user can open a form, a report, redirect some URL, all will be shown here. In the style, you can change the background color, change the font alignment, everything can be done. I will show in detail in the demonstration how these components works for a board. Let me go to the demo. I have created an application called Zilker Project Oversight, right? In this, I'll be having the project milestone, what are my task assignments, what are my project updates. So now I want for the manager to rank the leaderboard based on the project milestone, like which team is doing good, so that he or she can decide for the appraisal meeting, like which team to award, right? Instead of going to the form and checking each one of it. So I'm gonna create a dashboard. I've named it as boards, the page builder, boards. I'm going to the leaderboard, right? I'm going to rank the project milestones. So I want to group by project. So once I create this, it shows the panel limit is 3. Maximum panel you can give is of 15, right? You can choose up to 15 panels in the limit. And you can even choose to order by lowest to highest or highest to lowest. And in the style, you can choose like what color you want to give and how many panels per row. Let's say I can give even 2 panels per row. If I want, I can give all the 3 panels in single row. But now I'll keep 1 panel per row so that it's easy to sort it. Also, this is where the 3 components of boards comes in. Once I select the project leaderboard, it shows whether to display data as text, or you can even choose aggregate function, such as it can display sum, minimum, maximum, medium, all can be done using this display data. Whereas reaction, like I said, for now I selected none, but if you want, you can open a form, open a URL, open a report, or even you can open the other page, so that you don't need to go to the dashboard. You can fetch all the information from the other dashboard in this page itself, right? Also, you can execute the function which I have created using the deluge. And in the style, you can choose whether to click bold, italics, and in the font, you can choose the font family, and in the color, you can choose. See, that's where the theme color comes. We have seen previously, right? Adoption of app theme color. So now you can even choose theme color, or you can choose orange, whichever color you want, you can choose, and you can choose the padding as well. Like it shows, see, edit the first panel to apply change to all panels. Currently, I can't, it's showing the cursor icon like that. I can't edit the other 2 panels. Let's say I have 5 panels in my boards. Okay. All I can do is I can only edit the first panel, and all what customization I'm giving to the first panel will be reflected back to the other 4 panels. So you don't need to manually go and do every panels, right? Because maximum you can add up to 15 panels. Let's say our organization wants 15 panels. They don't need to do customize for each and every panel, right? Whatever they get do in the first panel will be reflected automatically back to the other panels. So let us go and check how the boards are working. Let me access it in live mode. For now, I've chosen a subtle color. If you want, you can even give your theme color, or you can choose wide range of colors, right? So now the manager will know like Project Chimera has completed more number of tasks, so they are ranked number 1. So in the appraisal meeting, he will decide Project Chimera will be awarded better compared to the Project Ida and Phoenix. See, this can be fetched all at one dashboard page. He doesn't need to go back to the form or report. All he can do is he can see all the key performance metrics needed for the organization in a single dashboard itself. It makes it interactive, right? That's what the purpose of boards we have added as a new product update for the pages. The key pointers to note are, as I said in the demo, the maximum number of panels that can be added to the board is 15. You can only make edits to the first panel, and whatever changes you are making to the first panel will be reflected to the other panels as well, based on how many number of panels you are having. Let's say if you have 5 panels, you do change for the first panel, all the 4 other panels will get the same customization. Let's go on to the portals. Portal model enhances how external users interact with the application. Portal users, the wait is over for you. We are bringing in the enterprise level security for portal users, thereby enabling multi-factor authentication. Now the portal users can authenticate using an additional step, whether using OTP or authenticator app. So this enables them to safeguard personal financial records so that the data is secured more safe, right? With the additional authentication step. How this MF multi-factor authentication can be set up for the portal users? It can be done in 2 ways, either admin enforced or self-configured. Let's say if you're a super admin or admin, they can enable the multi-factor authentication for the portal users directly. In such cases where super admin or admin has not enabled this feature, portal users can now self-configure themselves and choose the multi-factor authentication. We already covered this topic about multi-factor authentication in detail with a live demonstration. If you want to explore more about it, kindly scan the QR code and you'll find all the required information. Don't worry, my co-trainer will also share the tiny URL in the chatbot so that you can refer it for future use. Next, we want to see what are the enhanced feature for portal users. Now we are bringing in the record command support for the portal users as well. Previously, it was only applicable to the users, right? Now we're bringing to the portal users as well, so that now the portal users and users can share their feedbacks without using any email or external communication channels. And this record command appears on every report's detail view, right? The screenshot shows the same as well. You can go to the report, open it in detail view, and you'll find an add command option. This is applicable for both portal users and the users. So now we can give 2 permission set for the adding record commands for the portal users. Read command. When admin gives this option, the portal users can only read the commands. Whereas when the admin gives write command for the portal users can add their own commands and also view the commands in a record. The key pointers to note are record commands are available for both application and portal users based on the permission given by the admin or super admin. Portal users can be allowed to delete their own commands when the admin or super admin has given the permission of write command, right? Also, admins and super admin can delete any command in the record, whether it's a user or portal users, they can delete any command. Just say user and portal user are away, they miss the notification. Don't worry, you can check the notifications under the notification preferences so that you don't miss on any notifications. We also enhanced the portal page customization for the portal users, which allows them to go to the page customization and customize their own password, which means portal users can set their new password as well. We already covered this topic of customization in portal pages in detail with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. If you want to find more information regarding this, you can kindly scan the QR code and you'll find all the required information. And for new joinees as well, you can revisit the training course which have all the materials compiled. You can just go to zoho.to/creator-tc. Also, and go to the lesson 18 March 2025 Advanced UI UX Customization. Also, my co-trainer will be sharing the tiny URL in the chat bot as well, in case you missed on it. We are adding a new product update by allowing the name personalization for users and portal users. Let's say everyone would have booked a flight ticket, right? You have to make sure your first name and last name should match with the government approved ID. In case if it doesn't matches and you have given something wrong, they won't allow you to board, right? So you have to go to the customer support, tell them to change the name, which causes unwanted tension and more time, right? It creates stress literally before flying. Earlier, the same was applicable to Zoho Creator as well. Let's say the user named Samuel wants to change his name to Sam. He can't change himself. He has to write a request to the super admin and they have to process it, and it will take some whole lot of time. But now we are bringing the new product update which allows admin the complete control over to give them the option of allow portal users to change their name. When this is toggled, the portal user doesn't need to wait for any request. They can change and customize their own name by themselves. How they can do? They can go to the My Profile section within the portal and customize their own name. So this is how it's done. Go to the like a screenshot it's shown, edit the name and choose their own name. Super admin. So who exactly is the super admin? Think of your Zoho Creator app is like a secure digital workspace where everyone has a specific access card. Developers can build, end users can submit data, admins can manage certain settings, but only one person will be holding the master access card, right? Which will be opening every door. That person is a super admin. Basically, he is the creator of the owner application who manages who joins the app, what role each users get, and what permission set can be given to each users. So he is the ultimate deciding authority. In an organization, if a team member leaves, the ownership change, right? The roles will change and the ownership has to go to a transition, and you have to inform the IT team that the team member has left. You have to change the ownership as well. This will take a whole lot of time and downtime. Think about the downtime and resources for the completion of it. But whereas in Zoho Creator, you can change the super admin with just a few clicks. You can just transform the ownership to another email address, and once it's transferred, the super admin who has been transferred will be reassigned as the admin. That's how fast it is. Here's a screenshot. Let's click on a use super admin, and you can click on more options, the three dots, and you can just click on change super admin. All this will be done in the few clicks as well. No need to wait like the real organization how it works. Zoho Creator does it perfectly fast. In other features and components, let's see what are all the new product updates and feature enhancements. First of all, we have revamped the old billing page. Now the users can include the usage statistics from BI Analytics solution as well. Before they can only view about the applications and integration flows. Now we are bringing in the third distinct tab. So before it was like this, now we're bringing the third distinct tab where the users can have like complete track of what subscription they are in, how many resources they have used, for example, how much workspaces they have created, how many schedule emails they have done. So it gives a clear monitoring purpose, right? It gives a clear clarity of how their usage is so that they can keep a track of it at any time using the new revamped billing page. So let's see what are the enhancement features we have added for the developer console. Before that, let me give a quick intro about what is marketplace extension so that you can get an idea of developer console as well. Consider I am the user, I have identified some real world problem statements and I want to develop an application related to it. Now imagine other Zilker company also has the same business requirements, and instead of the Zilker company rebuilding the solution from scratch, I can package my application and place it on the Zoho marketplace, which can be used by the Zilker application instead of them rebuilding it from the scratch, right? It saves a lot of time and resources, right? So anyone who likes the product can pick it up, install it and start using it right away. The package solution what we are packing is called as marketplace extension. Now let's come to the developer console. It basically acts as a backstage area, just like a vendor portal where it will be storing all the SaaS solutions, so that it serves as basically as a control panel which will decide what does your extension contain and what licensing types you can give to the user who wants to use your package solution. Currently we are supporting two types of license: trial license and subscription license. Trial license, who are they used for? It's giving the clients who wants the application a just hands-on experience of the application before they get to use it completely. They can choose a trial duration of either 15, 30 or 60 days. Whereas in subscription license, we are giving the entire package solution from the marketplace to the Zilker business if they want it, so that they can have a complete use of control of it. The validity can be either done monthly or can be set as a lifetime validity. We already covered this, what are all the licensing types in detail with a live demonstration. If you want to find the more information relevant to it, kindly scan the QR code and you'll find all the required information. Also, my co-trainer will be sharing the tiny URL as well so you can refer it for future use. Let's move on to the workspace management. So what exactly is a workspace? Let's say you're working in an organization. Each employee will be having his own dedicated workspace, right? Where he'll be assigned a gadget, his own cabin, and necessary props to do the work for him to work efficiently. Consider that as a Zoho workspace. It ties it all together, thereby bringing all the applications created by the owner, shared with the owner, and shared by the owner itself. It makes it easier. Using this enhanced workspace management, it makes it easier to rename, reorganize, and maintain all in a single space. It is structured well and reduces friction in managing multiple apps across departments. By default, the account owner name will be displayed on the workspace. So how to access this? I'll show a demonstration of it. So that from there you can find what all applications have been created by the default owner and what application have been shared. Everything I'll be showing a live demo of it. So this is a screenshot of how the workspace looks like. I'll give you a demo. Yeah. Now I'll give a demo of how it looks like. So I'm signing into my workspace. See, by default it shows the owner of the application as my default workspace. So also this is the one who I have shared the application with, and this is the person who wants to share the application with me. I haven't accepted the request, so it's still pending. So if I go to my workspace, it will show my creator 6 dashboard where I have all the applications created by me. It will list all the applications created by me so that it reduces friction and helps in managing the multiple app across all the departments. Easier, right? You have everything in one common line. That's how the enhanced workspace management works. Now let's move on to accessibility in Zoho Creator. Accessibility in Zoho Creator is not just about helping people with disabilities. It's about making your app friendlier, clearer, and more usable for every human who interacts with it, thereby maintaining these three principles of inclusivity, compliance, and usability. Let's check what are the new product updates you have gone for accessibility. Improvements include stronger screen reader, better keyboard navigation, clearer focus indicators, and improved mandatory fields display format so that user doesn't miss out on the mandatory fields when filling a form. All this are structured in compliance with the WCAG standards, which is nothing but the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. Also, accessibility strengthens usability for everyone. Thereby, it improves keyboard shortcuts, which improves the speed for power users, and higher contrast using the color filter benefits people reading in darker environment as well without straining their eyes, thereby making it all inclusive. Let me show you a video of how it works. What are the improvements? See, text size you can change it, you can even zoom, you can space the letter, and in the mandatory fields you can choose what to do, and you can underline links, you can even magnify the text and use the new custom cursor and color filter, and even now you can even display the error message in the specific color of the user choice. We already covered about accessibility in detail with a live demonstration in our previous sessions. Kindly scan the QR code and find all the required information. Also, my co-trainer will be sharing the tiny URL so that you can go to the trainer central account and search for the specific topic under the lesson. We are not done with this. We have a whole new lot of products lined up for our upcoming year 2026. Let me give you a teaser of what these products look like. First online, we have the environment support for installed apps, right? Until now, if a user installs an application from the Zoho Creator, which is distributed via a Zoho Creator developer console. I think you all be familiar, no? We just saw the Zoho Creator developer console, what are the licensing types. So let's say a user has installed an application from a Zoho Creator, which is distributed from a Zoho Creator developer console. It can be placed inside environment directly, which reduces the scope of user testing the product before pushing it to the live mode. But with the new product update lining up, which supports environment support, user can add the installed application which they distributed from the developer console into the staging and production environments so that they can test the developers can test for any errors before reaching out to the end users. Looking at from the business point of view, it brings full power of control testing and a stronger application lifecycle management across the organization. Since it is since it is distributed from the developer console, currently it doesn't support the developer stage. It only supports staging and production environments. Okay. Next, we have asynchronous data export. Let's say the user of the Zoho Creator wants to export large data sets from the application. It will be more time consuming, right? Because it involves more resources, and with this and more cloud dependency, and causes more bandwidth as well. But with this new asynchronous data export, data can be exported at ease even for records exceeding 5000. Advantage of is that it doesn't disturb the user workflow. It runs on the background, and also we provide a floating progress tracker which will keep track of the export status, and the user will be notified once it's done. So which means it doesn't disrupt the user workflow. They can continue working on the application which they are doing. The next one is the visual workflow builder. Zoho Creator is known for its minimal code platform, right? But we are not restricting or compromising on the capabilities of the Zoho Creator creating a complex application. We are thrilled to introduce a game changing feature, which is a visual workflow builder with a drag and drop interface. It's gonna make the process more visual and effortless for the users. Even with this feature, the user will feel they are working similar to that of a blueprint builder. Users can simply drag and drop actions like notifications, deluge functions, and build the application using Workflow Builder in a easier way, similar to how they do it in the form builder, like how you drag and drop the fields and build a form, right? It can be done similarly now the workflows with the new product updates rolling up. By this new feature, we have designed the workflow builder in such a way that it empowers users of all background, whether coming from a technical or non-technical. It empowers everyone. At the same time, we are not restricting the users who likes to follow the traditional method of coding, thereby offering flexibility for the people of both background as well. So looking at from the business point of view, it's coming out with the purpose to reduce the syntax errors. Also empowering all skill powers, all empowering users of all skill levels to automate the process efficiently. Next, we are adding the metric support for mobile apps. We are collaborating with Zoho Aptics, which enables now users they can view the detailed statistics in a visually presented dashboard on their own iOS and Android apps itself. Users can set goals, understand end user engagement, and analyze the behavior, thereby optimizing the overall app performance. Users can now even make data driven decisions with the metric support for mobile apps. We all know audit trail, right? It is used to track all the record activities for the user. For whatever application, what and all functions they have done will be tracked everything using the audit trail. Now we are enhancing the audit trail, which will track all the activities now in a detailed level, whether including the actions performed via deluge script or using the API calls, import, workflows, all will be tracked using the new enhanced audit trail. This new feature will empower organization to meet all the compliance standards, enterprise level privacy measures, and governance requirements. The next online we have is the custom domain for your organization. Previously, only portal users can access the app using custom domains. But with this new product update rolling up, all users can access the creator application in their preferred own domain using the customized URL. It adds a bit of professional touch to their brand, right? Last but not the least, we have the theme builder. We have completely revamped the theme section. Now we offer a modern gallery which gives you 8 modern themes, each of them offering a unique navigation style. It improves accessibility as well. Also, you know what? We are giving one more exciting feature as well. Now the user can toggle between light mode and dark mode. In this way, the users can feel the elevated user experience. With this, we are coming at the end of the today's agenda. But I'll be discussing about the upcoming live session of the LTS and Learning Tech Connect which we do. Before that, I'll give you a heads up of what this learning table series is about. We are doing this series by using the 12-month, 12 use case, 12 industry sector. So for every month, we'll choose an industry and take a problem statement and solve a solution for it. For example, let's say this month we took education sector and we discussed how Zoho Creator application can be used to solve the problem statements in the education sector. So feel free to join and also tell your colleagues or friends who will be interested, so that we are doing it on Jan 8th as a 3-part session for 3 different time zones. For APAC, we'll be doing at morning 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. IST. And for EMEA, we'll be doing at 4 to 5 p.m. IST. And for the Americas, we'll be doing at Jan 8, 9 to 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. My co-trainer will share the QR code in the chatbot as well. So even if you miss it here, you can always refer it there and scan it. I hope you all join with this new upcoming year for the Learning Tables series. So it may be suitable for your business use case as well, for your particular sector as well. Because Zoho Creator is not limited to solving use case in a relevant sector. It can solve numerous number of statements with its minimal code platform. Also, we have a upcoming Tech Connect for the 2026 starting on Jan 22. We are doing it as a 3-part session for the 3 time zones. APAC session can join from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Indian Standard Time, whereas for EMEA you can join from 4 to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Also, I'll be seeing you all in the Jan 22 in the 9 to 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time for all the America regions. I'm excited to meet you all there on Jan 22 as well. My co-trainer will share the QR code of this as well, so you can refer your friend or colleague who will be interested so that they can gain more knowledge about it. So if you have any doubts in the recordings or training, you can feel welcome to mail to us at training@zohocreator.com. Also, if you need any doubts regarding the feature of a creator product or anything, you're always feel welcome to mail it to at support@zohocreator.com. Thank you all for active participation and joining today's session. Before I wrap up the session, I want to wish you all a advance Merry Christmas and a prosperous Happy New Year. Thank you.